What is going on, movie meals? We're here.
I don't know what this was supposed to be.
A little Sunday matinee. Kyle and I went to see a little Sicario 2. This is a non-spoiler non-spoiler review for the sequel we didn't ask for, but we got. So, Kyle, let's start with you. What did you think of Sicario, Day of the Soldado?
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted this sequel or not. Like, I really enjoyed the first one. Denis Villeneuve was terrific as the director for that. Taylor Sheridan was great for writing that script. I mean, the cast is terrific as well. Benicio del Toro, Josh Brolin, Emily Blunt, they're all terrific.
We're reviewing the second one, Kyle.
Yeah, well, I'm getting to it. But after hearing that Denis Villeneuve wasn't coming back and that Emily Blunt wasn't coming back, but I was hearing that everyone else was still there, I was a little bit mixed on it. Yeah, he did. He wrote this second one. I was like, all right, that's still promising, but I'm not quite sure if that's quite what I needed. So after coming out of it, I still would say that it's not the sequel that I needed, but it was the sequel that I enjoyed a lot more than I thought I would. I thought that its messages and its themes were still there, and I thought they hit home, not as well as the first one, but still hit home well enough to where I was able to enjoy what they were trying to tell me. Josh Brolin and Benicio are still awesome in this movie, and they were great in the first one. They're just as great in the second one. It was kind of weird how the story was kind of going, but I thought it landed pretty well for what it was trying to do overall. So it was a pretty solid sequel, but not as good as the first, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, no, first was fantastic. The movie, I think, I really enjoyed it. You're right. Josh Brolin is, I feel like, an underrated actor, which is hard to say because when you talk about the best actors working today, you don't necessarily think of him, but he's in so much and he kills it.
Especially this year, he
kills it. And he was great. Benicio, we know what Benicio del Toro brings to the table, and they were fantastic. The parts about this movie I really liked were the kind of so they're going, they're doing some stuff, some shady stuff, not spoiler review, but at the between the border, doing some stuff with the cartels in Mexico.
Right.
And when they actually do the military tactics, they do the scheming, and they're actually doing the stuff that then involves combat is really cool. I really dug that, and that's where I thought the director did a really good job. I thought everybody came to play,
especially the young actress. I believe she was in The Last Night, that Transformers movie. I think it was the same girl.
It was her.
Yeah, and I actually liked her. She was the one shining moment in that movie, despite that movie being I
remember liking her.
Well, I remember like they wasted her because they didn't know what to do with her, but her performance was good, and this performance of hers I thought was very good. I thought she
at
did
first
a great
when
job.
she shows up, I was
they all
like,
came to play.
I was a little nervous when she first showed up in the film in this Sicario, and then as she kept going, I thought she was really good. I thought all the performances, everybody came to play, the military stuff is really cool. The story overall worked for me for the most part, but it is a sequel you don't need. But sure, what are your negatives?
Overall, though, I just thought the first one. I'm trying not to compare to the first one as much, but it's so fantastic that I kind of have to go back to it. It's a slow burner of a movie, but you're so invested in everything that's going on that it's well worth your time. This one, not quite as much. I felt like the pacing on it was very up and down, very mixed. So it was really hard for me to really get into all of the really juicy moments of this movie. So pacing issues here and there, some story beats I thought were kind of weird, but in the end came together just fine. So that's not quite a negative. That's just something that I noticed.
Yeah, it lacks an Emily Blunt's character is really what it does, because Emily Blunt's character in the first one, you're watching, everything is happening through her eyes, so you're really invested because you care about her, you like the struggle she goes through, and you connect with her, and you kind of lose that in this one. So in this one, it does have pacing issues, because you enjoy Josh Brolin, you enjoy Benicio, but when you get a lot of them without this third medium, it kind of becomes just repetitive, and then throughout the film, it's like moments that are really cool, like the military stuff is really cool, and then when there's a 10-minute sequence of them just kind of doing that, when they're not talking about either executing the plan, and they're just doing this thing, you're kind of like, let's just get going a little bit. It's a little long in that regard then, so pacing really is the biggest issue, but overall, the story beats come together, and it ends, and you're like, it isn't a sequel we needed, we wanted. Wasn't bad, though. I don't regret seeing it in the theater. I don't know if I'll watch it again anytime soon, but Yeah, that's the biggest negative for me. It's definitely the pacing.
Yeah, right. So I think we're kind of just agreeing that it's like middle of the road sequel, middle of the road movie in general. It's fine. If you guys want to check it out, if you have a free day like we did, go right ahead. Wouldn't be. I don't think it would be
matinee
bad.
movie, not bad. There was a good amount of old people in our theater. There was a couple of ladies who every time something bloody happened would just oh.
They were pretty funny.
There was a moment where an old guy walked in and it looked like he had just refilled his large popcorn and refilled his drink. Is this older guy, big belly, and Kyle leaned over, he's like, "That's gonna be you one day," like to me, and I was like, "Heck yeah!"
As you had your drink and popcorn, you're like, "Oh!"
but then I heard him. I don't know if you heard him, but then he walked up and he went, "Wake up!" and his wife was asleep.
Was she really?
Yeah, I thought that was just funny. Even though I don't like people talking in the movie.
The movies are fun.
It was funny, but anyway, yeah, guys, we're gonna work on our rating system. So our rating for this movie is just it's a middle of the road fine film. It's solid. That's good. We gotta work on our rating system.
We promise we'll come back with something.
Yeah, we're going
hopefully for Ant-Man.
We are going on vacation currently. Both Kyle and I will be leaving for the 4th of July vacation. So we will be seeing Ant-Man, probably filming weirdly, following after Ant-Man, or we'll wait till we get back a couple days later, maybe film later in the week back here.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully maybe we'll got something else coming before we actually leave, but so if we're a little while then, that's why.
Fireworks.
Yeah, anyway, alright guys. Comment below, let us know your thoughts on I forgot what we were doing. Let us know your thoughts on Sicario 2 if you've seen it. If you haven't, go check it out. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.